everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, I would like to thank all of you for the amazing response I got on my makeup tutorial. That was my first makeup tutorial ever, and I honestly didn't expect the kind of response that I got, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And secondly, today I've decided to do another makeup tutorial. It's a little different though. This is a full face of first impressions. I do my makeup using products that I have never tried before, so it's my first impression of these products, and I basically also sort of review these products as I try them on my face for the first time. Recently purchased a lot of items from Nike, a lot of cosmetics, and also a couple of things from a store near my house. In the meanwhile, let's get started. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you guys get to know as soon as possible when I upload a new video. So yeah, let's get to it. So to start off, I spray some Evian facial mist on my face. This mist is actually really nice. It's just pure distilled water, so it just refreshes your face before you start off with your makeup. So it's a good buy. Then I go in with my Nivea Strawberry Lip Balm, which is of course an essential. After this, the first product that I tried from my Nykaa haul was the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. I actually haven't tried many primers, but when I tried this one on, I was pretty impressed because it actually looks pretty thick like a cream, as you can see, but it actually is very light and very long lasting, I would say. It really melts into your skin and makes it very soft and smooth and sets a nice base for the makeup to go on it. So I would definitely recommend this product. Next up, I go in with my Lotus Matte Sunscreen Gel. This gel is really good for people with oily skin because I don't like to wear too many things before I actually apply my base. So this actually keeps my skin completely matte, and I let it dry for some time before I actually apply my makeup. So this is really good. I then go in with my Maybelline Fit Me In foundation. This is the matte and poreless foundation in the shade Nude Beige. This foundation actually is one of the most popular drugstore foundations that I've been hearing a lot about, and I wanted to actually try this on my face. As you can see, when I start applying it, it doesn't have a very high coverage in the first application, but definitely it blends very well into the skin. It really melts into the skin, and of course, because I have oily skin, I love matte foundations, and this one being so affordable, I really think it's a good buy. As you can see, I go in with another layer of the same foundation because I wanted more coverage for my face, as I'd really been breaking out in Bombay because of the monsoon. So I go in again, and as you can see, the coverage is pretty good. And of course, the foundation lasts for at least 4 to 6 hours without reapplication or compact. So that's pretty amazing. I really like this foundation. For the price, I think it's a must buy for anyone looking for a good drugstore foundation. Next up, I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me In concealer. I bought it in a shade which was complementing the foundation itself. I will tell you the shade. Okay, I can't figure out the shade here. Yes, it's Sand Sable. Sand Sable is the shade. And this is actually pretty good when you apply it with the foundation. But when I tried it with other foundations, I actually found it a little greasy. But with the matte foundation of Maybelline, I think it's a pretty good fit because it sets the right combination of oily and matte. So the coverage is decent. It's nothing outstanding or mind blasting. So I wouldn't recommend this concealer if you use it in itself, but if you use it with the Fit Me In foundation, then it's a pretty good buy. But for me, for oily skin, if I were to independently buy it, no. Next up, I have the Fit Me In compact and I again bought it in a shade which was similar to the one. So I would recommend whenever you buy the Fit Me In range, you buy complementing shades. I have to say that this compact is pretty good again for the drugstore price that it's at. It actually did mattify my skin completely. It helped set the concealer and the foundation in place, which is why I think it's great. Plus the shades, actually, I was so impressed by how the shades match. So that's pretty cool. Next up, it was time for brows. for which I use this thin brush, and I also used my Freedom Pro Eyebrow palette that I also purchased off of Nykaa. As you can see, this dark brown shade is the only shade I actually happen to use. I feel, although it's very cheap, this palette again, I don't think it's worth the money because there are other three shades. One is a wax shade and the other two shades are actually not very useful. So I wouldn't recommend this palette in itself, but the dark brown shade is okay, which is why I also had to go in with my Gino McGray eyebrow pencil. I brush my brows a little bit and then I go in with the definer side of the pencil to define my eyebrows a little bit better. So I didn't really get impressed by the Freedom eyebrow palette because I actually ended up using my own pencil. Next up, I use this one palette by Gino McCrae. This is actually a brand from Thailand. I bought this from Bangkok, and this is basically a strobing powder palette which has a highlighter shade and a bronzing shade and a matte shade. And here you can see me using the bronzing shade to sort of define my nose and my cheekbones and a little bit of the temples and my forehead just to add more definition. But it's very slight bronzing, nothing crazy because it's the daytime and I don't want to, go overboard with the contouring, etc. So I'm just going over it, over my jawline till the time I'm satisfied with the slight shadows, and then I slightly buff it in with my Real Techniques buffing brush so that it's all smooth and blended. I happen to do my eyeshadow off camera, after which I take the Colorbar Precision Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, which is again a new purchase from Nykaa, and I use it to line my lids, except I felt that the brush was a little too thick for me. I'm a fan of very thin pointy brushes, but to be honest, the eyeliner is amazing. The consistency, the depth of the black, and the way it sort of dries absolutely matte on my eyelids is something I completely loved. And if you're a fan of very thin liners, maybe this is not for you, but otherwise it's a really, really good buy considering how black and dark it actually turns out to be after it dries up. So I just do like a slight wing with it. I then go ahead and curl my lashes using my favorite Colorbar eyelash curler. And then I try out this really, really popular mascara called Maybelline, the Falsies Push Up Drama. This is one of the most popular drugstore mascaras, and I've heard such great reviews about it, and I have to say that it completely lives up to the expectations. It really curls my lashes up. You can't see much here in the video because of the angle, but when I tried it without eyeliner, I could really see my eyelashes pop and curl, and I think that's amazing for a drugstore mascara. Maybelline has been coming out with really good products. I'm pretty impressed. Next up, I then go in with my Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush palette, which is not new. This is nothing, this is my favorite palette actually. So this is something I've been using for ages now, and I absolutely love the shades in this. I can literally use this palette to come up with blush for any outfit. My next recent purchase is Pro Art Gel Eyeliner Pencil. I bought this from a store near my house, and this eye pencil is so good. It's so dark. And what I'm doing is I'm lining the inner and the outer corners of my waterline with it. And I'm just gently smudging it out to just define my eyes from the inner edges. And what I'm going to do is the center part which is of my waterline, which is left blank, I'm just going to take some white eyeshadow in it just so that my eyes pop. It's something very interesting and new that I tried, and I loved the results. I then go in with slightly more of the blush and a little bit of the highlighter from the Ultra Blush palette, and I buff it into my skin so that everything is smooth. So for the lips, I use Pro Art Satin Lip Liner in the shade Milk Chocolate, and this is simply amazing. It glides on like butter on your lips, and I'm now contouring my lips ever so slightly using this. And this is actually a trick that I find very useful to make your lips look fuller. I go in with the lip liner, make these lines to contour my lips, as you can see, and then I go in with my lip balm over the lip liner After which I am going in with my Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K. This is a killer combination, guys, and as you can see, I'm very, very happy with the look, except I think I forgot highlighter. Yes, there you go. So now I will go in with my Gino McCrae palette again. This is again a Thailand brand, guys, just in case you ask me, because I don't know where you can buy this. I purchased it from Bangkok, but I go in with the highlighter shade ever so slightly. It's a daytime look. I don't want to go overboard with like glittery cheeks. I do also add some false lashes and lenses, which you can see in the beginning of the video. But yeah, that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will link the products down in the description below in case you guys want to buy any of them. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.